What's going on, guys? Nicholas Marcelin here, and welcome to PlayStation Podcast. Yay! As you can see, it's a little bit different, and the name is different. It's no longer Vita Podcast, as we slowly but surely transition from PlayStation Vita content only to PlayStation content altogether. So let's talk about a very sketchy topic, and that is the one up above. It is, will the PlayStation Vita fail in the future? Will it strive? What's the predictions that I have for it? Well, here we go. Before we start disliking the video or making some assumptions or starting to comment on how stupid I am, these are my opinions, these are my assumptions. You may have a different opinion, and in fact, it may or may not happen down the line. So before we go ahead and get started with the video, we have to actually go look at the history and why it's failing, or it's not failing, it's doing pretty good, but why it's not selling as much as Sony has hoped. Let's start off with its biggest thing. You go back about 2 years ago, PlayStation Vita gets released, and then the price. The price is the most staggering thing to a consumer back in the day, and that's what turned off a lot of people. The price. If you were interested, you looked at the price of the Vita, you said hell no. Let me tell you why. The PlayStation Vita costs $250, while the PlayStation 3 Slim costs $299. I mean, it's only $50 more to get a PlayStation 3, something bigger and better than the PlayStation Vita. So why do I need the Vita in the first place? Alright, so I got the $250 PlayStation Vita. Play it. What can you do with it? Nothing. It has no internal memory whatsoever. You cannot play any games on it because they have to download something to the PlayStation Vita, which means you're pretty much screwed. All the games you just bought does not work, and you can't play anything but Welcome Park. Bummer. So what do? You buy a proprietary memory card, and it costs about $25 for a 4 gig memory card. You pretty much right now just paid $175. And then of course you have to buy a game. Okay, so the price is expensive, whatever. Let's say that we went and bought the PlayStation Vita and I went to GameStop to buy a game. There is none. There's no games. The games are literally this slim. I can count all the good ones in my hands. And I mean, at that time too, ooh, you had no games, man. You can go to the retail section at GameStop and the selection is so slim. Even 2 years from then, still the selection is so slim that it's sad. Alright, so far I just bought a handheld that costs more than my PlayStation 3. I just got a handheld that doesn't have any games, but that's okay because I have a PlayStation 3 and I got a PlayStation Vita, so I'll do some of those cool remote things, like remote play. Oh, really? I can't play my games on there? Oh, bummer. Okay, fine, they promised me that, but I guess it'll work later. Alright, so I guess I'll play some cross-buy. Nope, at this time there's no cross-buy games? Oh, bummer. Then I guess I'll just cross-play. Oh, really? There's only like 2 games that can do that feature? Wow, Sony, I really hope you didn't advertise that. In fact, now that I mention it, I haven't even seen a PlayStation Vita commercial on the television. Alright, so what am I trying to say? PlayStation Vita, it started off very bad. 2 years later, it's still not doing that great, but it's doing much better, and as a handheld, it's fine. It's doing fine. But with all those things that you just did in the beginning, you just turned off all the consumers possible that you could possibly turn off. And they don't want a PlayStation Vita anymore. And if they were a consumer that never seen any of those things, they're never gonna know about the PlayStation Vita because you don't air any commercials. Let's go target the casual gamers and let's go target the kids. Well, if Sony actually did do that, it will not work because kids, teens, or whatever that wants to buy games nowadays are not going to buy the PlayStation Vita because they can simply play Clash of Clans on their iPhone. Sure, the game sucks, but trust me, the evolution of the iPhone and the evolution of mobile gaming, wherever platform you go, will surpass the PlayStation Vita, and I promise you this, it will surpass the PlayStation Vita in power, graphics, and functionality in about 2.5 years. PlayStation Now. This is supposed to be the PlayStation Vita saving grace. It will allow you to play PlayStation 3 games and PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Vita titles on the cloud wherever you are. High quality, beautiful games. You can control it with your PlayStation Vita. You don't need a PlayStation 3. You don't need a PlayStation 4 to do these things. Very cool. Here's the problem. They're going to put it on every platform. What? You're going to put on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and listen to this. Xperia tablets, Xperia TVs, and Xperia phones. And later down the line, iPhones, not a PlayStation brand, iPhones and Androids. That is the biggest slap to the face to any PlayStation Vita owner ever. That's pretty much stating that we know that we failed with the PlayStation Vita. We know it's not going anywhere in the future. We're no longer going to make this cool feature exclusive to it. It's going to go to all these other mobile devices because we don't care. So if all that hatred said, all that crap, everything, believe it or not, the PlayStation Vita will have a normal and decent run. Will it be as successful as the PlayStation Portable? No. Will it be as successful as the PS3? No. Will it be a dud? No. It's going to sell decent. It's just not going to sell as much as Sony has expected. And it's not going to be an awesome console. You're not going to get the brilliant, beautiful exclusives that you hope to play. You're not going to get all those amazing games where you can play on the bus. No, it's not going to happen. I'm pretty positive later down the line you're going to get some decent games. You're going to get some great games, and the Vita will be fun for a while. But you're going to get it in short intervals, just like now. You get a little game here. You're going to have a bunch of indie games, little game here, bunch of indie games, little game here. And of course, PlayStation Now will pick it up to its feet a little bit. But will it be a beautiful, amazing console that everybody's going to praise and everybody's going to have, and it's going to be on the news for top-selling console like PlayStation Portable? No, not going to happen. My name is Nicholas Marcelin here, and that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion down below, and also tell me the next topic we should talk about next time. You have a great day.